Robert Shenkman, another stellar year on the amateur circuit. Can you reflect on some of your accomplishments from this year on the amateur side of the game?
Yes, so it was a good year for sure. Gone one better than last year because I won the US Amateur, UK Amateur, but I won the MCC Gold Prize in April. So I lost that obviously in July last year around this sort of time, and I managed to win it. So that's the first time the UK Amateur and the MCC Gold Prize have been like unified. If we're talking like in boxing terms, I've like unified the belts for the first time since 2013, so that was nice. Disappointing to not win the Bathurst in Australia, but ultimately like KB led Australia really well. He's a top player, and like we were gonna have to do really well to beat him. So, but still a great trip, and we did well to finish second in that. So, now it's been a good amateur year for sure.
And in the open events, you've been pushing on the door of that top 8 standard. What's it going to take to cross into that top 8?
Mate, I can't lie to you. On an open side, from an open side of things, been really like almost frustrating because I've been just one off getting seeded in I think it was in the French, the British, the US, and the US Pro, and in this, right? So that's every single event I've been the next man to get seeded. So that obviously if you're seeded, it makes it a little bit easier to make a quarter final. Managed to beat Leon and get to a quarter in the British, but ultimately last season I made 3 quarters, including this one at Hampton Court. Only making 1, probably slightly disappointed, but it is what it is. It's hard. What's it going to take to break through? I think, well, I mean, I'm like the next guy to get seeded, so you could argue I'm sort of already there. My handicap's at plus 2.9. So I think I'm doing all the right things. Like ultimately, I've weighed this over in my mind. What do I need to do? What more is it? Is it one more shot? I don't think it is. I think it's just keep doing the same things, and it's just about being patient. I think every single person in the top 8 has had to wait their turn. I think everyone's had like their years having bad draws, being not quite seeded, losing first rounds, and like I've just got to keep grinding. And maybe it'll be next season, but it'll be worth it when it comes. Nothing worth having. I don't know. Not worth working hard for. Is that a phrase? I don't know.
So how do you lay out your plans for the next season then, given that?
Next season, still going to do everything. Really looking forward to the French, actually in September, so obviously it's going to be like a month in between this and the French Open. Likewise, the US Open as well. Unsure if I'm going to do the US Amateur, and there won't be like a Bathurst, so slightly less heavy on the travelling front. Just hopefully going to keep pushing. I've got an exciting new doubles partnership actually with Lewis Gordon, which we firmed up over the last few weeks, which people might not know. So obviously with the new cycle coming around for the World Doubles, looking forward to, let's say, him playing up at the net and offering a bit of firepower. So something a little bit different. So that's something new for next season. But more of the same, I think, really. I'll be 28 next year. I still feel like I've got so much more to offer. So excited for 24, 25, really.
So this is your third entry into the Champions Trophy. What's it like entering this tournament? How's it like coming to Hampton Court and playing in this historic palace?
Mate, the previous 2 times I've come here, really happy memories. So I remember the first time I came here in 2019. I just finished my year abroad in Spain, and I've got the posters up in my house, so I don't forget about it. I think like Chappers gave them to me ages ago. And I remember I had like my first little breakout win, beating Mathieu in a set to 9. Didn't qualify for the quarterfinals, but it is what it is. I had a great time around the palace. It's awesome here. You're just able to walk around, take in the surroundings, and also you sort of feel like not important. You feel like a pro athlete in a way, because there's security, like there's tickets, there's certain areas like where people can't go, different to other clubs, right? And last year was great as well, obviously making it out of the qualifying group, and having a great match against Bryn. So 2 really positive experiences here at Hampton Court. I actually love coming here, love the time of year, love playing when it's hot. Reminds me a little bit of Newport, so really special to come here. Credit to the historic Royal Palaces and Royal Tennis Court for putting this event on. It's a fantastic event.
So once again, you're in a qualifying group. How do you see that group shaping up?
Mate, you can't take anything for granted in those sets to 9. If I'm honest, it would have been really nice to be in the top 6 and to avoid it, because I feel like all of the 8 players, including myself, are really dangerous on their day, especially in a set to 9. You saw in the Super League, which was the same format, you got plenty of shock results. It's an exciting format. I've got to respect where I am. Fair enough, people might say, oh, you're the favourite on paper to qualify, oh, you'll get through that. I'm definitely not approaching it like that. Every single one of my 3 matches, I'm approaching the same way, taking them really seriously. And all 3 of those guys can shock me for sure. So if I'm honest, just got to prepare well, be mentally tough, and to use a terrible cliche, go one match at a time, because those 2 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, are going to be really tough 2 days of competition. So, yeah, I'll be prepared.
Looking ahead, assuming that you do make it through the qualification stages to the match up either against Bryn Sayers or Leon Smart, that draw still hasn't been done. How would you approach each of those two guys?
I think I'd almost be in a better position than those two guys. They'd be coming in cold on Thursday. I'd be coming in after 2 days of competition on the court, and obviously 2 days practice. Fair enough, they've had the practice, but I'd be match sharp on that court, and there's all sorts of stuff going on. So it's a best of three shootout, and it's not often you get a ranking event which is a best of three format. So I feel like I'll probably be the underdog in both of those games, but should I be fortunate enough to get through to the quarterfinals, I feel like it's just one of them where you give it your all for three sets, 2 sets, see what happens, because yeah, they're not going to relish playing either me or potentially or one of the other qualifiers. I think it's a real chance to take a scalp, and that's super exciting.
And then how's your game coming on, playing on this court with larger dimensions and so on? I
really like playing here. I think it suits rallying. There's all kinds of weird bounces going on. It's incredibly lively. If you're able to cover the court, obviously it's bigger. I think that's an advantage. I always feel like the roof's quite low. You get quite a lot of balls going high here. But I've always liked it. Look, I've had some great results. I look back to the 2016-17 National League season when I first played National League with Ben for Leamington. Had some great results here when we was playing National League. Likewise, carried it into the last 2 Champions Trophies. So I always feel confident here. I always feel like I'm capable of putting in a good performance. So yeah, hopefully my attributes shine through. We'll see what happens.
All right, Robert Shenkman, best of luck. Thank you very much.
Cheers, guys.